Hello, students. How are we doing today? Today, I have some very good news for you. Um, I was just sitting here today thinking about myself and what a nice teacher I am. And I thought, how could I demonstrate to my students today how nice of a teacher I am? And I couldn't think of anything, so I'm just going to give you more homework today than I have been. Yeah, I'm kidding, actually. Because I am nice. No, I got a lot of questions about the journal. So I decided to do today's video about the journal questions, okay? Because a lot of them are pretty detailed and well, you guys, y'all aren't so great at detailed answers. So I thought I would go through them with you just to make sure that when you do turn them in on Tuesday, not tomorrow, but on Tuesday, so which means you have an extra day, I get some good answers. Okay. And I really want good answers from you guys. I don't want sloppy answers because then, well, one, I just don't like seeing minimal effort. And two, I have to leave comments on it when I grade it, and that just takes longer. So, and as you can tell, I'm really busy these days. Anyway, but for real, I do want to go through these answers with you, and I want you guys to really work hard on this and give me full, complete sentences in your answers. Okay. So let's look at some of these questions. So first of all, you need to list the 7 major fish body forms. And for 3 of the 7 body forms, briefly describe how physical characteristics are related to the habitat and the niche of fish species in the category. Okay. Um, so for one, the first part of that is really easy because it's just asking for the 7 body forms, and they're listed here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So all you need to do is just copy that list. Everyone in the class should, if you can read the question, you should be getting this one right because you're just copying. And then you're going to pick from this list of 3 and say how you're going to briefly describe how physical characteristics are related to the habitat and the niche of the fish species in that category. Okay. So I'll give you one example of this. Let's go with bottom-oriented fish. Okay. If we go to the fish reference guide here, open that up, and actually, I'm going to open it up in the separate tab. This will tell you everything you need to know about the shape, about the fish, the adaptations of the fish. So it says bottom-oriented fish spend most of their time in contact with the bottom of the body of the water that they live in. They're slightly depressed, meaning flattened from top to bottom to help them maximize contact with the bottom. That's your answer right there. So you really just have to read this description. So they're depressed, they're flat, okay? So that they just like sit on the bottom. That's how they live on the bottom, and they're flat to help blend in with the bottom. So all you need to do is just pick 3 of the 7 and really write that answer. Okay, just look at the description of their bodies and show how it helps them blend in with their environment. Okay. Moving on to question number 2. Explain why forked caudal fins are important adaptations for rover predators and lie-in-wait predators. And you're probably like, what? How do we... Fish reference guide, guys. Here's spoiler alert. Every single answer is in this guide, okay? So he was asking about, what were they asking about? Forked caudal fins in rover and lie-in-wait. So let's just go up. We look at lie-in-wait, and we look for forked caudal fins. Forked caudal fins. Here we go. Shape of the caudal fin is forked. All right. Lie-in-wait predators, streamlined bodies, flattened heads, and large tooth-filled mouths are well suited for ambushing and capturing fast-moving prey. The shape and location of their fins help them launch themselves at high speeds at passing prey. The following table describes the physical characteristics of most lion weight predators. All right. So we know the shape of their caudal fins is forked, and it also says that their fins, right here, fins help them launch themselves at high speed at passing prey. Okay, prey, as we know, is their food. And here are their caudal fins. Okay. The next one is rover. We know that the caudal fins are also forked. It says here the shape and location of their fins help them turn, dive, and maneuver quickly. There it is. That's what helps them do it. That's the answer. Moving on to question 3. Deep-bodied fish are common in coral reefs where species have to make quick turns in very tight spaces. Explain how body shape and fin arrangement in these species are related to movement in this type of habitat. All right, so we're looking for deep-bodied fish and quick turns, tight places. How is the body shape going to have that? So let's go back to here. Whoops. Back to our reference guide. And what are we looking for? Deep-bodied fish. Okay. Deep-bodied fish are often found in dense environments such as coral reefs or lush beds of aquatic plants. Their deep, compressed bodies and the shape and location of their fins help them maneuver in tight quarters. The following table describes the physical characteristics of most deep-bodied fish. Okay, they're square rounded caudal fins, broad lateral pectoral fins, pelvic fins are towards the front of the body, the dorsal fins are strong, long, and continuous, and the shape of the anal fin is large and angular. So we go back to the question, explain how the body shape and fin arrangement in these species are related to movement in this type of habitat. If we look at the picture, we can see how their fins are mostly longer and spread out, okay? Notice also just how many of them. And these fins are gonna help them maneuver around. Okay, it's very streamlined. That's gonna help them move around because they do live in coral reefs. I don't know if you guys have ever been swimming in a coral reef before, but yeah, they gotta fit in tight spaces, and so they're gonna need to maneuver fast to get away from their predators, okay? Let's move on then to the last question, question number 4. Bottom-oriented fish have large, broad pectoral fins and depressed, flattened top to bottom body shapes. Explain how these adaptations are well suited for life at the bottom of a body of water. Kind of went through this one already with the first one, but we'll go back here again to the bottom-oriented fish. Let's look at the illustration. Actually, let's look here first. Okay, we already know that it's slightly elongated and depressed. And it says here, it says the feelers probing the bottom for scrapes of food. The following table describes physical characters. Yeah. So basically they're flat, which means they're able to just lie flat on the bottom. They're not like sticking up. They're like camouflaged at the bottom. Okay, so fish are just swimming around. They don't know that there's this actual fish is blending in with the bottom, and it's got these little feelers sticking out. So we see this here, all right, which feel for food. These are long and thin, harder to see, and so when it feels for prey, it can launch at them. So its physical characteristics help it to blend in. They help it to find food. And so its physical characteristics help it to avoid predators by blending in with its surroundings, and help it to find food with its feelers. Those are physical characteristics, physical adaptations that help them survive and thrive at the bottom of the ocean or lake or wherever they are. Because if you think about it, if that fish was swimming around not on the bottom, those adaptations wouldn't do much good. If that flat thing just swimming, that would stand out massively, just swimming through the blue water, okay? So I expect very good detailed answers. I want complete sentences on these, okay? There are 4 questions. It's gonna be out of 5. One of those points is just for giving me full sentences. If you don't give me full sentences, you're not going to get full credit. And the other four are based on the answers that you give me, which should be great because I literally just answered them for you. All you need to do is watch this video, read these descriptions. The answers are all right here in the fish reference guide. Okay, so do that. 6A, you guys, so first period science, you guys have your optional, not mandatory, it's not required, optional Zoom meeting at 10. Second period, 10:30. Hope to see you guys then. In the meantime, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.